Okay, welcome to our messy house. We're unboxing our Oxervate. This is going to be my eye treatment for the next, how many? 8 weeks? Oh boy.
Delivery kit system. There's 4.
What is it?
Basically, this is the kit each week that has the vial adapter,
Okay.
the pipettes for as the eyedropper, and the disinfectant wipe, and also your dose recording card.
Okay, now where's the dry ice in there? We need to see if it's still active. That's not dry ice.
Okay.
The dry ice should be in this one?
Yeah,
Okay.
because it's in the biothermal box. Okay, so
Whatever the heck that means. It's still cold?
It still feels cold. It's supposed to be in a. It's supposed to be in. Oh yeah, it's still cold.
Okay, so why does it have to be cold?
Because it contains human growth and human nerve growth hormones. And okay, it's still frozen. Thank the Lord. Just enough.
It's still frozen?
And tongs.
Hey, that's stuff that we eat with. That's stuff that we used to cook and eat with.
I have to put on gloves just in case the dry ice is still active. And it still looks like it still has just enough.
It's not melted?
No. It's still pretty frozen inside. It's literally just enough. Yeah.
Is it cold?
Yeah, very.
I want to feel it.
And these are your Oxervate vials.
How many do we have?
So in one, so it's 7 1 milliliter multiple dose vials.
Can you tell us about the average cost for one of these?
So
Or one vial?
one vial comes out to about 2,000, a little under 2,000.
Probably closer to like 1.8, right? Or
Depending on the time of the year, because the costs and all that, whatever, it can cost up to about 2,000. So $1,995 is what I recall, but it does go down from time to time, depending. So these vials are the actual medicine itself. The brand name is Oxervate, but it's Synergimin.
Okay.
And these are basically enough for a 2-week treatment. So a full 2-week treatment comes out to about a little under 100,000.
Oh.
That does not include shipping. So when they calculate the cost of the type of shipping that they use, it goes to about 100,000 flat.
Oh boy, we're in trouble.
So Oxervate 0.002%.
Let me see. Let me zoom in there.
So four boxes, 7 1 milliliter multiple dose vials. So
one vial or 1 box a week, right?
1 box a week. So you take out per day. You're supposed to take out 1 vial, let it thaw, and then we use the adapter.
Where are we gonna store this at?
You have to put this in the fridge.
In the fridge or in the freezer?
No, in the fridge.
Okay.
Has to be
And
in
is
the
there a
fridge.
certain temperature that we need to keep those at?
So this has to be stored between 65 to 72 degrees, which is normally what the fridge is. Like your fridge should be a little bit lower than that.
So hopefully this is gonna survive.
5.
So this is how many weeks right there that we have?
So this
That's
is
4 weeks.
Well, this is a 2-week. So because you're using it for both of your eyeballs, they give 2.
Oh, okay. So that's just 2 weeks right there.
Yeah. So they send it in 2-week intervals.
Okay.
Which is actually funny because one vial actually can handle 2 eyeballs. So it's like, okay.
Are you sure it's not 4 weeks?
It's not 4 weeks.
So it's 2 weeks.
Because you're using it on both eyes. If it's 2 weeks, it's only for like a person with using it only on one eye. It's going to be 1 box.
Okay.
There's 7 vials. But the pharmacists and other ophthalmologists suggest, like, if you can just use 1 vial, just use 1 vial a day. It's always good to have the extra because if shipping delays like ours happens, you still have enough to continue the treatment without disruption.
Okay. Are we going to need to start this today or can we start this tomorrow?
What time is it?
It's already almost noon, right?
Almost 10:21. If we started at...
It's going to be at 10 o'clock tonight that we stop.
So first dose is if you do first dose at 11, 12, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
9 o'clock would be the last.
You can.
I don't want to start it too late. Maybe tomorrow's better. We'll start at 8.
So the earlier the better, so that,
8 o'clock tomorrow is what time we wake up or well, not exactly the time that we wake up, but it's the time I wake up. We're usually up by about 7. You gonna start putting that in the fridge now?
Yeah.
Can we go and play with the dry ice outside?
Yes.
Let's stick it in water and see if it smokes up.
And then, so these are delivery kits. So the delivery kit, it's just, basically this is just for the, what is it called? They call it a delivery kit, but it's really just the adapter for the vials so that you can dispense the eye drop, and then the syringe, which is very
There's a
annoying.
syringe?
Yeah. So it comes with a bunch of syringes.
So it's a needle?
No. I don't know why they have this very specific way of doing this. So I have to pop this top. This is the adapter.
Okay.
The adapter goes on to the vial. And it's 1 adapter per day. So you pop it onto the vial, and then in order to take out the liquid from the vial, you take the syringe thing and take out the, you suck it out of the vial.
Okay.
So we have 4 boxes of this because you have 2 eyeballs. And then there's the alcohol wipes to wipe the things.
To wipe what thing?
The connectors, because I don't know, that's what they like to do in the medical field. Wipe things with alcohol.
Okay.
And then the last thing is where is it? Here. So this is your dosage chart. So your dosage chart marks off basically day 1 to day 7, because this is kit.
Can you hold it?
This is for the first kit, so it's 1 week. And it shows you first dose, second dose, third dose, all the different doses.
Okay.
So, date of weekly kit, week of treatment. So are we on week 1, week 2? So this is what you use to do that. And then these are the instructions, but it's basically everything that I said.
And they also have that available on YouTube, right? All that information.
Yeah.
Even show us how to. They give us a brief setup of how to use it and whatnot.
So the only thing different with this is that you just it's the adapter and the syringe. Otherwise, it's just like any other eye drop that you administer. It's not, but it's highly what is it called? Highly potent.
Okay. What else do we need to do? What else is there left to unbox? Because we'll unbox the actual vials tomorrow during the first treatment.
That's it. Because I won't be able to do any of the adapter thingies until
It's time to use it.
Yeah.
So we'll be able to capture that tomorrow, and
So
hopefully we'll see.
Delivery system for use.
And go ahead and tell us. Did it have our address on it?
No.
Oh, okay. Good. So I can keep this on YouTube then. Are you able to tell us why I'm going to be going through this?
So you have a complex eye condition called neurotrophic keratitis in combination with a possible viral infection that escalated and caused basically the insides of your eyeball tried to react to the infection and the viral infection, and it the opacity of the jelly and all the different layers to include your cornea started to get less or more and more opacified, meaning it's less clear. So equate it to a foggy window that just keeps getting foggier and foggier and foggier because it's trying to fight whatever the issue was.
That's right. And my left eye. Okay, so if I close my right eye is the eye that I can see a lot better with. So for those of you who've seen me at church playing the piano or whatnot, yeah, I can still see a little bit out of my right eye. Very, very. I'd say my vision is probably about 80%. My left eye, what it looks like is if you've ever been driving on a really, really wet day and you roll up your windows and everything kind of just comes out fogged up. It looks like a really, really foggy window pane. And basically, I can still see shapes and colors, barely. So I'm probably at about 30%, maybe 20% vision on that side. So, yeah. And then my right eye, I can see 70%, maybe 80% of things, because I'm still able to see my notes. Excuse me. I'm still able to see my notes on my iPad. The only problem is I have to invert it. So if you look at a regular musician's sheet music, it's like a white paper and black notes, the way you would a regular letter in the mail. Something sent from the bank or a billing statement. The only difference is it's inverted, so it's a black background, a black piece of paper with white letters. That's what it basically comes down to. What's that you have there?
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
No, I'm just counting the delivery kits.
Okay. So how many delivery kits do we have?
4.
4.
Because you have... So some people, it's only in one eye. So basically, in short, the neurotrophic keratitis is kind of like... An ophthalmologist don't like it when people say this, but it is an incredibly bad case of dry eye. But that's like the less complicated way to say it. Neurotrophic keratitis basically causes a bunch of different issues, many of which you're experiencing, to include the opacification of your eyeballs. But what's not described is the weakening of your cellular structure of your eye and the stem cells. So the stem cells and all those wonderful things are what help your eye heal properly, and it only heals up to a certain point. So eyes naturally will heal as long as they're really, really wet and moist, because that's their healthy. That's how you keep them healthy.
Mm-hmm.
If your eyes can't get wet or moist properly, regularly, and be lubricated properly, it actually can break down, which your eyes have that issue because you are constantly fighting with the breakdown of and thinning of your corneal, the outside of your corneas, the corneal ulcers, which Dr. Ng refers to as like defects.
Mm-hmm.
And then the defects can also be like when it breaks down, it kind of concaves a little bit. So imagine how you skinned your knee, and then now you, instead of your knee being round and smooth, it falls in a little bit, which can alter your vision as well, because that, it distorts your vision even further. So that's why sometimes you can't see as well depending on how healthy your eyes are that week. So this actually has the ability to recover and promote cellular growth, and causes the nerves to regrow and react, retraining your eyeballs to wet themselves, to produce the proper things to lubricate your eyes. It is a human growth nerve hormone, which is the closest thing we can get to stem cell treatment legally.
Okay. And who's paying for all of this?
The insurance and actually the manufacturer. So thankfully, Dr. Ng wrote up a very extensive history of his, observations and screenings that he did with you over the past year, and that equated to you being more than eligible, according to the reps from the company, for the medicine. In fact, the last time they actually called from the pharmacy, and they were about to say the copay. The copay was originally $11,000. I remember it very specifically. You round it up, it's about 12, but she was stopped mid-sentence or mid-number. She said 11,000, and then she said, "I'm so sorry, sir. I'm actually gonna have to end this phone call because that is way too much for you guys to be paying for this treatment. And according to your file, you actually have a copay assistance program, but it's not activated. So I'm gonna look into that and I'll give you a call back." And she literally just sent an email to someone, and I have no idea what happened after that. But basically, the next time they called us, they said the most we would have to pay is 40 plus 40 plus 10 plus 10, so $100 maybe. But they said that's just the shipping fees, but even at that should be covered. So as of now, the pharmacy app, which thankfully they have, says the copay is still $0.
Can we see that pharmacy app real quick where it says 0?
So
Is it there? Uploading.
So the pharmacy, so it says today it was delivered, the Oxervate at 10:11 via FedEx.
What's today's date?
7/29.
7/29.
So according to this,
Our balance is still at 0.
the balance is 0. So this is, and as per the pharmacist, the nurse, the customer service rep, they all said that if there is a balance, you will see it on our app, and it should be updated immediately. So as of right now, nothing.
Nothing. Thank goodness. That's... Oh.
Because
how many
otherwise,
Teslas can we get with that? We can't even afford one right now. We can't even afford half a Tesla.
So
okay.
that's like 3 Teslas maybe, base model.
No. 200,000? That's 2. Maybe.
No, they gotten cheaper.
Oh, okay. But nobody wants them anymore. Speaking of which, how long ago was this actually set up for? How long ago do we plan to have Oxervate come in?
So the Oxervate was approved back in late December, early January.
Dr. Ng had requested that we...
So he put in the first request for it way back when, and then it kind of bounced back a few times, so he beefed up his report, from what I understand. And that he basically included all the notes: your constant battle with the ulcers on your eyeball, like the defects, the opacification of your eyes, the constant irritation, and the lack of so they call it a cornea sensitivity test, and they basically take a little
Q-tip,
they cotton swab, they twirl it and make it kind of pointy, and they wisp it up against the front of your eyeball. And the typical reaction for someone with a healthy cornea would be that you'd blink or you'd feel some sort of irritation. But when he was doing that with you, you could barely feel it. You could feel it, but you said it's not strong enough that it caused your eyeball to blink.
I don't feel anything.
So this medicine basically will help work on restoring those nerve endings and things like that.
At least we're hoping that that's what it's going to do.
So the current research on Oxervate is that there is a 80%, I think it's 85%, have like major improvement in terms of the lack of ulcers, opacification of the eyeballs, right, the corneas. So that's something. Now, there is the downside to Oxervate is because you're restoring the nerve endings and because you're restoring a lot of your eye's ability to react to irritation, at some point, and they say usually on week 3 or 4, you're gonna start feeling you're gonna start having the sensation come back. So if your eyes are irritated, you'll start feeling the irritation again. Like right now it's very mild when your eyes get irritated with your dry eye, but the big reason why that's important is when your eyes feel irritated, they will water and they will self-lubricate, which is your big problem, because the constant friction, like just like the 2 gloves, you can see it's dry, and if you see how it pulls and it pulls and it pulls, and if I keep doing this all day, it's gonna eventually tear. But if I put a little bit of oil or water and...
That's a latex glove, isn't it?
Yeah.
We don't advise to put oil on it.
But
it's like a condom, it's gonna... Oops.
But if you do lubricate it, it's not going... The friction will not cause any major irritation or breakdown.
Should we use silicone lube?
So there is actually treatment for your eyeballs for using oil. But it's tricky with your ulcers.
Yeah. So how much of this has to deal with the fact that I'm diabetic? A lot?
No, actually, so it's complicated because...
The diabetes actually...
The diabetes, obviously, when you have diabetes, yes, everything, you're at risk for everything else under the sun. The thing, though, that I, after listening to everything and reading through all of the medical notes that they're doing, is that the only thing your diabetes contributed to...
Was it cataracts?
Were the ulcers.
The ulcers, okay.
Because ulcers don't typically take that long to heal.
But that's just from our observation and what we got from the understanding of what was explained to us, though, right?
There's no
medical.
No, that's the medical notes.
Oh, okay.
The only thing that is present because of your diabetes are some of the diabetic scarring in the retinas in the back of your eyeball, in the retinal area. But
right now they can't even see into my left retina. Which is why we're being prescribed this. Is part of the reason why we're being prescribed this treatment.
So this will definitely help with a lot of the big issues.
What's that?
Oh no, it's just like all the papers.
Oh, okay.
What you need to know, language proficiency. But they're going. So the big thing with this is like you are prepping your eyeballs, to get them healthy enough and ready for possibly. And I say possibly only because Dr. Ng is still kind of iffy about it. Or, like, he's not iffy. He wants to do at least one corneal transplant. But he wants to get your eyeballs as healthy as possible using Oxervate as a pre-treatment, as a precursor. Because this will help your nerves grow enough. And apparently when you do a corneal transplant, you need nerve endings. And if you don't have enough, it won't
That corneal transplant is just going to be worth zip.
It'll just melt off, which is kind of freaky, but that's what it...
I'll lose all vision eventually in that left eye. And hopefully this one will help to preserve my right eye with what it's got, since it's still stronger.
So right now, from the last assessment that they did, he was able to see into your right eye a little bit, so he could see some leftover hemorrhaging from previous unmanaged diabetes.
Shout out to Dr. Jeffrey Ng over at Guam SDA Clinic, the eye clinic there. He's the cornea specialist here on Guam. He's taking care of me. He takes really, really good care of me. And he's always concerned that he doesn't want me to lose my vision. And one of the best things that I love about him is after every treatment, he loves to pray with us. So that's a fun part.
Yeah. So
great doctor. And then
really
on top of that, who else are we seeing?
Dr. Lombard, Peter Lombard.
Yeah.
So he's really great too. So he was the magician that, I don't know how he changed out your cataract lens, or your lens in the back. He, like, by the grace of God, like, went in, made a slit into that little area where the ugly ocular lens is at, and pulled it out because the cataract was growing on it, and it was a big foggy window. And then he managed to put it back in place. And
that surgery hurt.
Dr. Ng was, like, amazed because he basically
went in blinded. He was blinded. It was a blind surgery procedure, basically.
He could see a little bit, but there was barely any view. So he was just,
Yeah, that one hurt. That really, really hurt. I mean, for those of you that don't know, I had my toe amputated, and my greater part of my left toe, the big toe, was cut off due to an infection. And whatchamacallit, that didn't hurt. That didn't have any after effects, no pain afterwards. I still have a little bit of phantom pain, but it's more of like phantom tickles. Sometimes I feel like the toe's still there and it's itching, but there's really, it's only half gone. But then with the surgery that Dr. Lombard did, they did anesthetize a little bit. But for most people who say that they don't feel anything, for me, I felt every movement. In fact, he was scolding me because I couldn't keep still. But he did a fabulous job with removing that cataract during the surgery. And
So here's the thing. If your eye, so that was a good testament of what kind of care you're getting from both of them, and their gauge on the health of your eyes, so they know that your eyes are still worth saving, which is why. And Dr. Lombard was the one that literally said, listen, if you came in here and say, Doc, I can't see, everything's black, he literally said, I'm sorry, there's nothing I can do with that. But you came in saying, I have these foggy windows for eyeballs, I can kind of see better sometimes. And then now that when he even tried doing his surgery and your surgery healed okay, like, that already says, okay, your eyes are still healthy enough for the most part. They just need the extra care and attention. So that's why they've pushed so much to get this Oxervate to us. So, you know, it's a little freaky because it's like very intense, obviously, with all these damn millions of little contraptions. But you know, it's great because we are one of 5, or you are one of 5 people that have been approved for this, at least over at SDA as of last week. So
5 people since they started
trying to
using Oxervate on patients.
But of course, the biggest challenge that everyone's facing is the timing for shipping. So like for this, they called us on Tuesday, which was the 22nd last week. He asked it to be shipped right away, but according to the shipping notices, it wasn't shipped until the 24th. But I need to figure out somewhere in the notes here when it was packed, because we're so far and it's coming from Tennessee or wherever.
We're literally watching this. We're literally watching the shipment of this coming from, I guess it was Tennessee FedEx. That was FedEx home base, basically.
Which it didn't take actually very long. So it only took like a day or so for it to get from Tennessee all the way to Anchorage, Alaska. It sat at Anchorage, Alaska for like another day and a half. And then it got over here to Guam Sunday evening. The only problem that I have with that is this whole system, the ambient temperature is like the external temperature around the box.
Mm-hmm.
So once the ambient temperature goes above 80 degrees, it shortens the lifespan
of
the dry ice. I went as far as researching through USPS and UPS on the average lifespan for what is it called, dry ice packing. And I was like, oh gosh, it says it weighs 20 something pounds, so that means the dry ice that they packed is probably like enough for 3 days, maybe 4 days max. But if you can see, it literally just had barely enough to...
Wow. I'm gonna go and play with that outside soon.
Yeah.
Is it really that cold?
Yeah, don't touch it with your finger.
I don't want to touch it though. At any rate, we're going to go ahead and start. We're going to, hopefully tomorrow, we're going to get Dev to film the whole application for my first dose. Or at least one of my first doses. Hopefully we get to try the first one.
Oh, wait. It is still dry ice. Oh, one way to check. So, shout out to my science teachers from middle school. So, stainless steel, how to check if there's still dry ice? Really easy. Dry ice, when it comes in contact with stainless steel, makes noise.
Yeah, that could be the styrofoam. Isn't that a styrofoam?
Nope.
Ah, squeaky.
Mm-hmm. And then if I put it in...
That was your chemistry teacher that taught you that?
Listen.
Ooh, fizzy. Okay, we need to, like, we don't have windows that open here. So we have to play with that outside. Let's see if we've got the fog. At any rate, we need to wrap this up. This is already at 33 minutes and 40-something seconds. Yeah, hopefully tomorrow we get to film me going through my first treatment of Oxervate. And we'll probably do a daily journal entry for the first 2 weeks that we get this in. And yeah, hopefully we'll see some progress with my eyes. Wish me luck, you guys. And we'll talk to you soon. Bye. Say bye, honey.
Bye.